University at the last chance meet, breaking the national collegiate record, running 3 minutes 52.01 seconds indoors for the mile. He's fit, he's ready. You know, I chatted with Andy Powell, his distance coach at Oregon, and he said, you know, I've been blessed to have many, many talented runners here at Oregon to coach. He said, but this guy is special, and we've seen it over the years. So let's see what he can do as he goes in his quest, his final senior year for another title.
You can see Ches are mixing it up a little bit. He's got a teammate in there in Matthew Manton with the long hair and the headband. Oregon going for the team title as usual, but Ches, who now has 16 overall NCAA titles, 14 individual titles, so he's still one short of the all-time record held by Suleiman Niambui of UTEP and Tanzania from back in the 80s, but he's got plenty of opportunities. 2 races today, as well as the NCAA Outdoor Championships in Eugene in June.
From watching him in the past, Dwight, Ches is very careful when he gets inside and gets boxed, as we showed him earlier. Notice how he just got a little concerned. He actually moved his hand out once to make sure he didn't get clipped on anybody. 62.6 seconds for the first 400 meters. This is not going to take any starch out of his great kick that he often has.
Well, as we've been saying, the Oregon senior Edward Cheserek and his coaches were looking to display his speed, which they did a nice job at a meet in Boston, where he ran a lightning fast qualifying time, which ended up being a collegiate record of 3:52.01.
We kind of like decided like we want to run fast towards the end of my senior year, and we sat down with the coach. And we talk about it, like, you know, can we just find a couple races we can get to run faster? And we find the race in Boston, and we're like, okay, let's do it. And we went down there. And I was training for 5 and 10, but just trained for shorter stuff. And when we get there, I was prepared and ready to go.
Dwight, a guy that is interesting to watch here is Joshua Thompson, for the senior from Oklahoma State. He's got very, very good speed. He's up there on the edge, acting as a bit of a block for Ches to have to swing wide. I wonder if he feels he might have the speed to try and match on the last lap. We'll see, but this is very slow. Look at 4 guys abreast. You don't see this very often.
Well, I think I saw 2:11 for 800 meters. So if they think that he doesn't have the finishing speed to take this thing, I've certainly been watching him very closely for the last 4 years. I believe he has the finishing speed to take this thing, and he has the endurance to run it from this far out if that's what he wants to do.
Now, what he just did, we talked about him having good radar and good instinct. He fell back to about 8th place, swung wide into outside of lane 3, down the home stretch to get clear of everybody, grab control, and he's got it now. I don't think you'll see him relinquish it.
Josh Thompson for Oklahoma State with the black knee socks is there as he does relinquish the lead, but maybe by design. That's Josh Kerr, the New Mexico freshman, and that just may be a freshman move, and Cheserek may just want to hitch his wagon to that horse.
3:09 plus through the 3/4 of a mile.
So Josh Kerr of New Mexico changes Edward Cheserek's race plan. He takes a quick look back and says, okay, it's just you and me, kid. I've been here before a few times. There's the bell, and it's the young freshman and from Great Britain as well as New Mexico, and Cheserek is not that easily hanging on to him.
Wow, look at this. Ches has distance to make up for real with 100 meters to go.
It ain't gonna happen. The freshman from New Mexico takes the last look back and says, I just broke King Ches in the mile. No one could have predicted that, except maybe Josh Kerr.
Somewhere around 54 seconds flat for the last 440 yards of that race did Kerr, who had said ahead of time, and Laari was speaking with someone who said, I'm going to try and do.
Well, that's the shock. In fact, this entire arena is shocked. Josh Kerr, the New Mexico freshman from Scotland, wins it over King Ches. And what else can you say? John Anderson.